Épisode 72!
Épisode 72!
C'est dur de parler en français, hein?
Ouais, pas habitué. In this episode, you'll see us meeting a wonderful couple, Eric and
Krystle.
their bus, Lola.
Eh oui, dans cet épisode-là, on a rencontré un magnifique couple, Erick et Krystle. Ils sont vraiment des aventuriers hein,
So
dans
they're
l'autobus.
adventurous people. They have a wonderful bus. We'll show you a little bit about the bus. We'll talk to them. And Eric builds buses as well.
Eh oui, en plus de ça, qu'Erick, c'est un constructeur d'autobus.
And other than that, we'll be traveling through beautiful central Florida. You'll see some wonderful roads, some beautiful scenery, and we make it to Stuart, Florida.
Eh oui, dans ce voyage-là, on a fait une route vraiment extraordinaire. Vous allez voir des photos. C'est vraiment merveilleux. On a pris le temps de faire plusieurs petits clics de
Ouais.
photos.
And those Canadians that think Saskatchewan is flat, come to Florida.
Eh oui, ceux qui pensent que la Saskatchewan est plate, venez voir en Floride, c'est vraiment pas plate dans le style plate, là, dans le style plat.
Yeah, so Florida isn't boring, but it's very flat. So follow along, and remember, you can always subscribe. Now, we're just a few people away from having 10,000 subscribers, so if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe, and maybe the notification bell.
S'il vous plaît, non, pas de s'il vous plaît. On est à presque 10 000 abonnés. Prenez le temps de mettre un petit pouce, abonnez-vous, on a besoin de vous. Regardez-nous, on vous voit à la fin de cette vidéo-là.
So we'll see you at the end. Back on the road again.
On repart sur la route. 98 Nord.
What? So we're in Central Florida, heading towards Lopez around the world.
On s'en va voir les Lopez qui font le tour du monde.
Ouais, ben c'est ça le nom du canal,
Okay.
Lopez Around the World. Lopez Around the World, they build buses for other people, and they have a very interesting bus themselves.
Alors, les Lopez, autour du monde, construisent des autobus. Et ils ont aussi un autobus très intéressant qu'ils ont construit pour eux.
So their showpiece bus, or their own bus, is a low-floor transit bus, 40 feet long, that they built slide-outs for. It has underfloor storage, even though it's a low-floor bus. They've done a great job with it, so we're going to get a tour of that bus and a tour of their shop.
Ah, ils ont construit un grand... C'est un transit bus, ça veut dire qu'il n'y a aucun storage en dessous. C'est un autobus de ville, 40 pieds de long. Ils ont mis 2 slide-out après. Ils ont installé ça pour avoir plus de place à l'intérieur. Et on va faire le tour de leur shop, naturellement.
So follow us along the road as we drive through beautiful Central Florida. See the scenery.
Regardez-nous, on fait la route avec vous, on vous amène et on se voit tantôt, ce soir. Qu'est-ce qu'on a aujourd'hui?
What are we doing today? Setting up our PEP Wave router.
With the fork?
Yeah, not the fork. So we have a PEP Wave. This is a Max BR1 Pro 5G. And we got this from our friends at Techno RV. Techno RV, we bought their TPMS system from them in the past. Just exceptional customer service. And their price is competitive with everybody else's.
On a acheté ça de Techno RV.
Ouais.
Et les prix sont très compétitifs. On a un excellent service. Puis c'est là qu'on a acheté aussi nos TPMS. TPMS.
So the first step.
C'est ça.
The first step is putting in, of course, our friend the SIM card. So now the SIM card is in. There's a little cover that goes here, and we screw it back on. Now, we could put 2 SIM cards in this, but we're just going to start with one. Donc, on pourrait mettre 2 cartes SIM là-dedans, mais on va commencer juste avec une. Et là, on a une antenne GPS, 4 antennes cellulaires, et ce côté-là, on a d'autres sorties. Les antennes de Wi-Fi. Donc, plusieurs antennes.
On va connecter ça.
So we have lots of antennas to connect up. We'll come back to you once the antennas are on. The antennas are very simple to install. They just screw on, and we can orient them however we want. In our case, this is going to be inside one of the cabinets, and these antennas are just temporary for us. Donc, on peut mettre les antennes, les tourner comme on veut. Et nous, ces antennes-là, c'est juste temporaire. On a acheté une antenne qui va aller sur le toit de l'autobus. Et l'antenne qui va aller sur le toit de l'autobus est amplifiée. Donc, ça va nous donner encore un meilleur signal. Mais pour ce faire, il faut percer un trou sur l'autobus, il faut sceller tout ça. Donc, on va attendre qu'on ait un endroit plus propice à faire ce type d'ouvrage-là. So, we're going to be doing that in an area... we got another antenna that goes on the roof of the bus, which means we have to drill holes. We have 7 wires to bring down. Therefore, we're going to wait till we're in an area that's actually better suited to do that because we need to seal it to the roof. We need to make sure it's not going to rain while the sealant is drying, etc., etc. And we're just going to try it out without the rooftop antenna first. So now all my antennas are on. I have one that's missing, and that's a GPS antenna. I'm not going to mount the GPS for now. There's no need for the moment. And next, setting up the router.
On va pas mettre tout de suite l'antenne de GPS parce qu'on n'a pas besoin pour tout de suite. Fait que...
Ouais. L'antenne GPS, ça va venir plus tard. Mais pour l'instant, on a nos 2 antennes Wi-Fi et nos 4 antennes cellulaires. On a choisi à mettre juste une carte, juste une carte SIM dedans. Et dans le futur, si on voit le besoin, on peut rajouter une deuxième carte SIM. Donc, ça peut jouer avec 2 fournisseurs de cellulaire. At the moment, we only have 1 SIM card in it. These 4 antennas pick up Wi-Fi, cellular signal. These 2 pick up Wi-Fi. So if you're in a Walmart parking lot or something and the Wi-Fi is sort of sketchy, this will amplify it. We only have 1 SIM card at the moment. We're going to give that a try. And if we find we need another SIM card, then we can go to a provider. We chose T-Mobile. They've had good reviews. It's also what our friends at Techno RV recommended. They've got good feedback with that, so we're going with that. And Techno RV does something that nobody else does. It comes with 2 power cords. So we have the one we're going to use, a 110 power cord, but we could also plug it into 12 volts if we wanted to. Donc Techno RV, il nous fournit 2 cordes d'alimentation, la seule sur le 110, ou si on veut, on pourrait le plugger dans un allume-cigarette 12 volts. This morning we're with Erick Lopez from Studio Express. Now, you may also know him as Lopez Around the World.
Yes.
Because that's his bus. But Erick builds buses for other people. And unlike a lot of bus builders, unfortunately, he actually knows what he's doing. So, what's your company about, Erick?
My company?
Yeah.
Okay, so, and this, right here, we built this bus. It's like I started with my own bus. So, before I started with buses, I'm always in construction, so I used to renovate. We still do it, some renovations on my job. So once we started doing the bus, I didn't see the difference between renovating a house and a bus. It's just a house on wheels. So I'm like, okay, so there's got to be a little bit of differences on building a bus. So I started making researches, and pretty much it's kind of the same: plumbing, electrical, walls, ceilings, framing. So since I'm already probably like 15, 20 years on renovating apartments, houses, and things like that. So
excellent.
I have that kind of background to do it. Yeah.
And I've walked around the bus. You're using spray foam. You're using proper wiring,
Yeah.
plumbing, PEX. Everything is color coded.
Yeah, very important. I have my electrician, which is his 40 years on electrical.
Yeah.
So I have him come in here. Once he does all the electrical, he comes back again and we go through the whole bus one more time just to make sure that everything is right.
Yeah.
Also with the plumbing, I can do plumbing, but I feel more comfortable if I have a person that has been doing it just plumbing. Even though if I put my hands on it, I'll bring the plumber. He goes through them, turn the water on, turn everything on, make sure that there's no leaks and stuff like that. So if I'm doing it, I also have someone else to look at it. So
exactly. And one thing that's interesting about the way you build buses, or not the way you build them, but you allow the owners to participate.
Yeah. So I like for them to participate because they feel like they're involved and they do things. And, they don't know how to use tools, but that's why I'm here, just to, walk them through them, how to use it, and a little cut, a little there. And that way, everything that is getting done, they know about it. So any screw that I need or anything that I need, they know about it, where it goes, how it goes. I have them take photos so they know what's behind that wall.
Right.
I also draw for them like a little sketch to let them know what's behind that wall.
Exactly.
But on top of that, I always let them know, hey, don't go by me sometimes. Just come, take photos, videos, just in case you break down somewhere. You don't need to be calling me, or I can walk you through it if you forget.
Exactly.
But I haven't involved. Sometimes their parents come in as well, so.
Yeah. And the other thing that I find interesting, and I like the way you're doing it, is the owner buys the materials.
Yeah.
So you're not making a markup on the materials.
No, I'm not.
Business decision on your part, personally. But anyway, it allows them to know exactly what the costs are, what's going into the bus.
Yes.
There's no hidden, there's nothing hidden, there's nothing like that. So,
nothing like that.
Yeah.
And then what is good about also is too that they get, a lot of people that build buses, they don't know where to get the stuff.
Right.
So they take days and days and days and days to look for something.
Yeah.
I just have a list for them. I show them where to go, send them a link where they need to go. And I tell them, you don't need to go what I told you, but this is what we're looking for. If you want to look for somewhere else and get it cheaper, that's up to you.
By all means, yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. Well, I'll let you continue working.
Yep.
And I'll try to convince the owner of the bus to speak with me. Apparently he's camera shy.
Yeah, he is.
Nonetheless, he's here today, so I'll try to convince him to just talk a little.
Go right ahead, but pretty sure he will do it.
Thanks.
All right, thanks.
I'm with Kevin Ayala, the owner of this bus. Now, they don't have an Instagram yet, but it's going to be scouting about
that is correct.
Like Schoolie. So look for it. Maybe by the time this video is out, he'll have put it on.
It will
online.
be. It will be out by then.
Okay, excellent. Now, what drew you to having a bus?
For me, a big part of it was wanting to live small. Live small. Sorry.
Yeah.
And not only that, but just experience the U.S. I haven't been able to travel a lot. I was with the military 5 years, so it was.
Thank you for your service.
I appreciate it. So it was more of just wanting to experience more of the world. So I convinced my wife after asking for a whole year.
Yeah.
She finally approved. So here we are, converting the school bus today.
Excellent. And what made you choose this type of bus?
So again, convincing my wife.
Yeah.
We came from a bigger apartment, bigger house, and she needed enough space to at least adjust to living tiny.
Right.
So I wanted to do like a Sprinter van and be able to, travel more freely.
Right.
But that was a no-go.
No.
And then, so we almost stopped the whole idea of traveling and doing tiny living and all that fun stuff. But then I was one day bored on YouTube, and I saw a Schoolie, and I was like, what is this? And, I spent another 3 hours watching videos and how to convince her, and here we are today with another school bus. So,
excellent. Now, you explained to me earlier that you work a lot, your spouse works a lot as well, so you needed someone to help you build the bus, and that's where Eric comes in.
That is correct.
And how's the experience been so far working with Eric?
It's been great. Phenomenal. I think the best part about it, you don't feel like he's just a contractor.
Right.
He feels like, you know, he's your friend and he's really helping you.
Yeah.
And how much he gives to you, you know, he gives me access to the shop. So if I need to drop something off,
Yeah.
I can drop it off. You know, he trusts me, I trust him.
Right.
But it's been great, you know, the communication, always on time, always communicating what he's doing. So it's been great. And he seems to know what he's doing, which is the best part.
Yeah, no, I've spoken at length with Eric, and yes, he does know what he's doing, so you're safe there. The other, you know, aspect of this, you went with a raised roof. Eric did that for you, or with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mostly him again.
Okay.
I'm just here for extra hands when they need it.
Right.
I want to be involved. I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, obviously I wish I could do it myself, but first I don't have the skills or the time.
Right.
So he has both.
Yeah.
And why not do it? So.
Yeah. And it's nice having the work done in a controlled environment.
That's true.
You don't have to worry about the rain. You don't have to worry about the rust.
That is correct. It's been great.
Yeah.
No problems at all. So that's been phenomenal.
Excellent. Any surprises along the way?
Yes. A lot of surprises, especially how expensive things are.
Yes.
So when we first talked to Eric, you know, me and my wife, we made a budget.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, like every bill, you're way past the budget.
Yeah.
But you know, it's kind of surprising how some materials are a little bit more expensive than expected, but also surprising how, you know, when there's certain things that take longer than others. Like we thought the roof was going to be a little bit quicker than we expected, but surprise, it takes a little bit longer, more details to finish. But it's been great.
Right. But Eric is staying on budget in terms of his labor times and stuff.
Yep. As far as that, we made a contract.
Yeah.
He stick to the contract, stick to my end part, and everything has been great.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think that's the best part as well. It's, you know, it's there hasn't been more of a, oh, actually it's gonna be $1,000 more for this.
Yeah.
Oh, $1,000 more for this. You know, it's just been
So
what we talked about,
yeah.
and that's agreed.
So basically, what's going over budget is your material choices.
That is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Material choices, and you know, you want one thing, and before you know it, you have 4 more extra lights. You know, you wanted 1 light, but now you have 4.
Right.
So it's a lot of that stuff is, or you wanted just a regular counter, but now you're doing, you know, Korean counters.
Yeah, exactly.
All that type of stuff.
Basically, you're renovating and improving it as you go.
That is correct.
Or I should say your wife is improving it as you go.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's say a lot of the good choices are from her. So
Excellent.
yeah.
Now, you can see some of the solar panels on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
You're going with a good solar system. You're having Sojourner's Way do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Or they come and do it with Eric.
Correct.
How's that process been for you?
It's been interesting because, again, I work in cybersecurity.
Yep.
So I'm having to learn a lot about, you know, electrical and solar and how this works. So it's been fun.
Yeah.
But it's great. I'm learning how everything works, which is important.
Right.
I don't want to take off and not know how anything works, but now I understand the whole process.
Yeah.
So it's been great.
Right. So you know exactly what that breaker does. You know what that fuse does.
Correct.
You know
Yep.
what this...
I know why that light is on and why it's off. You know, so
Excellent.
It's important things.
Yeah. And how much wattage are you going with on the roof once it's all done? Because I know they're not all
I
installed
believe
yet.
I'm gonna be about 3,040.
Excellent.
They're 380 watts each.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do the math right now on the camera, but 380 watts each, and there's 8 of them.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Excellent. And you went with 8 Battleborn batteries?
Yep, that is 100 watts.
Yeah, so 800 amp hours.
Amp hours, sorry,
Yeah.
I apologize. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so, no, that's great. So you're going to have a nice, robust system.
That's right.
We'll be able to power your mini split, keep the bedroom nice and cool.
Always, that's
Yeah.
the goal. And
Yeah, exactly.
I will be carrying a small generator just in case.
Right.
2,000. You know,
Yeah.
just you never know when you need to power off, or
Right.
in case there's a sunny day, sunny week. Rainy week.
Right.
But yeah, that's the goal.
And you've got the Sterling DC to DC charger.
That is correct.
Same one that we have. Works great. So,
Yeah.
you know, going down the road, it's free energy.
Yep.
Might as well use it.
Should be topping up the batteries for us.
Yeah. And where are you looking forward to going the most?
You know, for us, I think it's the West Coast.
Okay.
We've never been to the west side of the country.
Yeah.
We want to go to Utah. I've heard it's gorgeous there.
It is.
So we'll visit family in Texas, and from there we'll go straight. Actually, from Texas we're going straight to Montana and coming down.
Okay.
So it's gonna Montana and then go down until we make it to Utah, and hopefully eventually hit California, hit all those places, but slowly.
And how long are you planning on being on the road?
You know, time will tell.
Okay.
If we love it, we could be doing this a couple of years.
Yep.
You know, we could start doing it tomorrow and be like, I don't know about this anymore. So
Right.
we're hoping to do a year or 2 years.
Yeah.
That's our goal, and that's going to tell us, you know, if we want to continue or stop earlier.
Right. Exactly. And you said you work in cybersecurity. Your wife also works online, so you have that ability to.
That is correct.
As long as you have signal,
I'll be able to work.
Yeah.
That is,
So your commute is from the bedroom to your desk.
and that's how it is now.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. You know, I wake up and brush my teeth, and I'm at work.
But excellent. And why did you go with a rear engine bus?
We're gonna be towing a Jeep.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be pulling a Jeep, and from my research, obviously, I'm still learning as I go.
Yeah.
But having that rear engine just helps overall with the fuel economy and with the horsepower to be able to pull and tow. So that's the reason for us.
Yeah. And you have the 8.3 Cummins?
No, I have the Mercedes engine.
Oh, even better.
Yep, I have a Mercedes engine.
So now you're driving a Mercedes-Benz.
That is correct. That is
Excellent.
correct.
Good. Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to see you at Schooley Swarm.
That's the goal.
So we're going to do a little follow-up to see how much progress was done in 2 weeks.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I appreciate
Schooley
you.
Swarm's a lot of fun.
Oh, that's what I've
Yeah,
heard.
yeah,
That's what
so
I've heard.
Thanks a lot, Kevin.
Thank you.
And if you have any questions for Kevin, like I said, we'll be putting the link to his Instagram.
Scouting
You have-
about.
Yeah, and you have other social media.
I don't, but my wife does.
Okay.
I'm in cybersecurity, so you know.
Yeah, you don't. Exist.
I have enough.
Yeah, you don't exist on the internet.
Yeah.
But so we'll put, we'll take the links that you give us
Absolutely.
and put them down there so
Absolutely.
people can share and see what you're doing.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank
Thanks
you
a lot,
so
Kevin.
much. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
This is Krystle and Erick's bus named Lola that they built themselves and that they travel in.
C'est l'autobus à Krystle et Erick Lopez qui ont construit eux autres mêmes et qui s'appelle
Lola.
Lola.
And Lola is such a special bus that we need to do a video just for this bus, and we'll be presenting that a little later this week.
On va faire une vidéo au complet de cet autobus-là parce qu'il a besoin d'une plus grande présentation que juste quelques petites photos comme ça, mais ça vous donne un avant-goût.
So this is just to give you a taste of all the special things that Lola has, and like I said, later this week, you'll get a much better look at it, more in depth, and meeting Krystle too.
Vous allez rencontrer dans cette vidéo-là Krystle Lopez, qui est une des propriétaires de l'autobus. Puis vous allez voir vraiment que ça mérite une bonne vision, un bon visionnement.
So while in Fort Myers, we spent our first time in a Harvest Host location.
Oui, à Fort Myers, c'est la première fois qu'on utilisait le Harvest Host.
We had a
Très, très, très bien. Regardez la nature.
So we're by a lake with a nice fountain in it, à côté d'un lac avec une belle fontaine. Vraiment un bel emplacement. So a really nice place. And so take a look around.
Good sunshine.
Yeah. And you notice we're just wearing t-shirts. We're not wearing a coat.
Eh oui, on est en t-shirt. Ça veut dire qu'il fait chaud parce qu'il a mis son t-shirt.
For me to wear a t-shirt, it has to be really warm. So, beautiful weather here today in Fort Myers. And after this, we're off to Stuart, Florida.
Eh oui, on s'en va vers Stuart, Florida pour le week-end.
Yep. So we're going to the grand opening of McKee's and just show you where the bus is. So, nice parking spot at the Anthem Church in Fort Myers.
Eh oui, un très beau parking dans le stationnement d'une église.
What? So off to Stuart.
Eh oui, on s'en va. Fini, on s'en va vers Stuart. Stuart. Très beau.
So we're on one of Florida's scenic highways, going to Stuart, Florida, and that it is. Very nice, semi-covered by the trees. Just a very nice place, and the road is in good shape too.
Ouais, la route est très bien, très belle. Stuart, on était les invités spéciaux, un des invités spéciaux pour le grand opening de leur nouvelle boutique pour McKee's 37.
To celebrate, they hosted a Cars and Coffee and a car show. It was great turnout, as you can see, and we're just going to show you some of the rides that caught our fancy.
Oui, pendant cette grande ouverture-là, il y a le Café Meet, rencontre des personnes qui ont des voitures pas usagées, mais de belles voitures anciennes. Puis on va vous montrer quelques-unes de ceux-là. Il y en avait vraiment beaucoup. Des moteurs, de la belle peinture, des belles voitures, extraordinaires comme exposition en même temps.
So it was a great car show. We had lots of fun. And McKee's is always putting on events like this. So if you're in the Stuart, Florida area, check them out. You'll get to see all sorts of neat cars all the time.
Oui, McKee's ont des journées vraiment spéciales, des coffee.
Cars and Coffee.
Cars and Coffee, si vous êtes à Stuart. Probablement pas ceux du Québec, mais si vous passez par là, regardez, parce qu'il y a souvent des événements comme ça, des rassemblements d'autos usagés, pas usagés, encore une fois, classiques, avec un petit café pour passer la journée, une belle rencontre de personnes qui aiment les voitures.
Amongst the classic, there are also some modern vehicles.
Eh oui, il n'y a pas juste des voitures classiques, il y avait des voitures vraiment neuves aussi.
Now, one thing that all these people have in common is a passion for their vehicles and to keep them nice and clean and running well.
Eh oui, qu'est-ce qu'il y a de commun avec tous ces gens-là? C'est qu'ils aiment leurs voitures propres, belles, qui soient faciles à nettoyer. La passion des voitures, c'est ce qu'on a nous autres aussi.
So just like we have a passion for our bus, well, they have a passion for their clean, shiny sports cars.
Eh oui, la passion comme nous, on a pour notre autobus, ben eux autres, c'est d'avoir des voitures clean et belles, propres. Et on est aussi passionné pour les voitures propres, par exemple.
Yeah, we still have a passion for clean cars. But hope you like these images, and we'll see you down the road.
Regardez toutes ces belles images-là, puis on se voit encore sur la route un peu plus tard.
If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, please leave them below. And our next video, we'll be working on our bus again.
Et si vous avez des commentaires, n'hésitez pas à nous les donner ou les écrire. Puis dans la prochaine vidéo, vous allez sûrement nous voir travailler encore sur notre autobus.
See you next time.
On se voit bientôt.